Buongiorno everyone! Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Buongiorno! Could finally make sense after all these years of saying it. It might actually mean something soon enough. We'll get into all the transfer rumours in just a few minutes because I'm going to get this out the way. Right, let me get my run out the way so I can then go on and enjoy my weekend and enjoy this beautiful sunshine. I've been enjoying it. Nice weather. Enjoyed last night. Shout out everyone that came to Tap Yard Studios for the Euros game. Great atmosphere in there. Looking forward to the next one on Tuesday. And then the NX for the knockout games, hopefully. Don't mess that up too much, Gareth. I mean, obviously the game was crap last night, but it was still a good night. Good atmosphere. Good turnout. Really enjoyed it. Great weather today. Nice time. Friday afternoon. Lovely. What more do you want? Jimmy wants it all. I bet you Jim Ratcliffe sitting there right now complaining about how nice it is. Ooh, it's a bit too hot, actually, isn't it? A bit too sunny. Not happy with this sun. Don't like it. I can't stand this bloke. I'm going to have to just get into the rant now. Get it out of the way. Because this bloke is winding me up. Winding me up. Really, really winding me up. Did I mention he was winding us up? Because for weeks now he's going on like this. And then he's still getting more media outlets and still getting more interviews where he starts to take the mick out of Newcastle and he starts to disrespect our club. War club. Jimmy, let's just play. I'm going to play a little clip of what Jimmy has been saying. Today, yesterday, whatever the interview was. This is what he's still going on about. Have a listen.
Newcastle are just being very difficult and very awkward about Dan. So, but that, you know, until you get the people in, it's quite difficult to drive the change, you know. And it's just frustrating.
What a self-entitled sausage. I cannot believe the amount of self-preservation this bloke has and the amount of importance he thinks he has and how everything should just be given to him on a plate. Oh, spoiled little rich boy. Rich man now, he's about 75 or something, isn't he? Settle down, Jimmy, relax. Getting old. Just calm down. I can't believe the stuff he's coming out with, where he just expects us to just give our director of football on a plate of them to a rival to better them and weaken us at the same time. Oh, no, I can't believe it. Disgrace this, like, what Newcastle won't just give with Dan Ashworth? Maybe we won't give you him because you're not meeting the valuation, Jimmy. You're not missing. I don't understand how this is. Does Jim just get anything he wants? Does he just go into Tesco and he sees a pack of oranges and they're on sale for £2 and he goes, that 30p, see you later, walks out the shop with them? Now whatever happens. I don't get it. You know what the valuation is? You're not matching it. You're miles off it. You're offering £2 million for Dan Ashworth and we're the ones that are frustrating, awkward and annoying. Can you believe that? Can you believe the bloke has that audacity to come out with this? Oh, they're just being awkward. Too annoying. Them Geordies. Ugh. Really frustrating working with them Geordies. Wouldn't be that frustrating if you just paid the bastard money. Ratcliffe. I mean, listen, I'm looking for a house. Saw one the other day for £170,000. Turned up, offered 20 grand and a doner kebab. Didn't take it. Couldn't believe it. Disgrace that. Really awkward. That couple that I was working with there. Very frustrating that I went to their nice house and they didn't accept my offer. Didn't get it. Still been scratching my head in disbelief. Jimmy, please. This is a successful businessman, Harry. This is a billionaire. And we're the awkward ones, we're the frustrating ones. I don't get it. I don't get how he can't see that and can't work with that. It's just a cover-up, really, isn't it? It's just a cover-up for him being tight. And Man United fans, unlucky. But you've got yourself a mate, Ashley. Because this bloke seems stingy as out. He's already been tight in the transfer market. He's been tight in his workings with Ashworth. Tight on trying to get the stadium fixed. He wants the council and the government and us to pay for. Well, that was good. Went to edit the video, realised that the mic died halfway through. Complete waste of time. Great. Anyways, we'll pick up where we left off. This one is just going to be through the camera audio, as I'm obviously now charging the mics and want to get this video out and not spend all weekend doing it. So, hopefully the quality isn't too bad. Apologies. Let's crack on then. Where was I? Mentioning the waterfall was the last thing before it went completely silent. So, right. This is how tight this bloke is, right? Jimmy Ratcliffe, he wants us to just gift him our director of football and he wants everyone else to pay for all his other stuff. So he wants us to pay for his waterfall. Like I was saying, he wants a stadium rebuild or a refurb through the government, through the taxpayers, through us, essentially. Because like I say, he's the skintest billionaire I've ever known. Where he hangs out in Monaco there, taxpayers heaven, yeah? Avoiding the tax, sitting on a yacht in Monaco. Oh, what a life for Jimmy. What a life for him and what a life for Dan Ashworth. Bet you he's having a great time anyways. Sitting there on garden leave. And the mad thing is about this, right, was how much he didn't understand garden leave. So Jim Ratcliffe in this video is saying, the frustrating thing about football that I wasn't quite ready for was the fact of this gardening leave matter. Just a little bit of a disclaimer here for you, Ratcliffe. Gardening leave isn't just priority in football. It's not just designated to the football business. I thought he would know this. I can't... Did this bloke literally just win the lottery and he pretends to be a businessman? Because he doesn't seem to have a fucking clue about anything. How does he not know that gardening leave is in loads of different occupations, not just football? It's in lots of walks of life. I've worked in offices before where people have went on gardening leave for a few weeks and then went to the next job. It's quite standard practice, to be fair, Jimmy. It does happen. And he's whinging that, oh, well, yeah, Dan Ashworth's got 1.5 years gardening leave. Yeah? You know the reason behind that? So you can't just leave our club with all our ideas and everything we had in place, the infrastructure, and take it to you. So you can weaken us and strengthen yourself. Funny enough, that's in place for a reason. And it's not bad, is it, for them? Danny boy sitting there in his garden trimming his bushes for 1.5 years, enjoying the sun, must be sunburnt to fuck. Okay, you know what I mean? What a dream life he's got right now. Oh, sun lounge, yeah, a bit of trim the bushes, yeah, lawn. He's only lawned them all probably about 5 times a day. You know, I'm charging my microphones, he's charging his lawnmower. He's got constantly plugged in, because no doubt he's got a hands-free one. Probably doesn't even do now, he just sits there all day like that. You know what I mean? Living the dream. And then Jimmy's over there in Monaco whinging about his yacht and whinging about not paying tax and whinging about having to pay if someone's garden leave. Can't pay a compensation fee. What a joke. What a joke Jimmy boy is, honestly. He's just off his head, out of this planet, that bloke. And like I said, you know, he thinks that we're just going to gift wrap him. Dan Ashworth, oh, you want your 2 million? Oh, that's great, yes, thanks very much, here you go. Here's our director of football, who we worked so hard to get out of gardening leave at Brighton. We paid good money from Brighton to get Dan Ashworth. We had to wait for his gardening leave, and we got him in to take over our club, essentially. From the Saudi Arabian takeover, he, in his own words, and the club's, was the internal cog of the wheel. He was the main part of our club, our business model, our strategy going forward. In charge of the transfers, of the academy, of the women's team, loads of stuff. He had loads going on, spinning all kinds of plates. He was very important, to be fair, but to let it believe what was going on behind the scenes. And you think, oh, we'll just swoosh and take him. And illegally, by the way. Let's not forget the illegal matters at hand here, where Dan Ashworth was caught emailing him and other people from Manchester United behind our backs while still employed by Newcastle United Football Club. That's not right. That's not on. Unacceptable. But no, it's all our fault. We're the awkward, annoying and frustrating ones. Dodgy bastards. So, anyways, that's enough on Jim Ratcliffe, especially since I've had to whinge about him twice now with the audio going off. So let's focus on transfer rumours, and that is taking us to Buongiorno. Buongiorno, as I will be calling him, because for years now, this has been the intro at the Magpie Challenge TV for no apparent reason. It just came to my head for the first time I turned the camera on. I went with it, ran with it. That's what it is. Catchphrase, stuck, going with it for years. It actually makes some sense and have some meaning. If we do manage to sign Buongiorno, obviously it's Buongiorno, our there. But here's the Italian centre-back. He was on the bench last night at Euro 2024 with their defeat against Spain, where the Italian defender we talked about yesterday, Riccardo Calafori, scored an own goal. Bit unlucky. But anyways, Buongiorno can't get off the bench at the minute to start anyways, but he is very highly rated. The 25-year-old, 6'3" centre-back from Torino. I would love to sign him. I mentioned him months ago in a video when he first kind of got linked back in like February, March. Signed him on FIFA a few years ago for obvious reasons. And you know, I'm not an avid Serie A watcher, but he is a top player and I'm hearing really good things about him over there in Italy. Loads of teams around Europe are sniffing around him now at a valuation of around £40 million. And one thing really worth noting is his agent is Sandro Tonali's agent, the same agent as Sandro, which I think obviously will help the deal go through if Newcastle did want to take it seriously. That's always going to make business a bit easier, and it'll make Sandro's life a lot easier. I thought last year we should have signed an Italian last summer, last January, to help Tonali settle. It massively helped Joe Linton having Bruno Guimaraes when he signed. Joe Linton and I struggled at the start. We obviously know that was down to British coaching and whatnot. But, you know, it really helped when he had a Brazilian buddy involved. His Brazilian brother, someone who comes in, has the same crack, speaks the same language, all that stuff. Makes life easier in a new area, isn't it? In a new club, in a new city. It'd be like if I moved to Singapore but I could take Kate with us. It'd be nice, because then I'd have a Geordie with us. You know, it'd make life a bit easier. So I think if Tonali had an Italian there on the training ground, but fair play to Tonali. You know, he's really improved his English. He's worked hard at developing his language skills here in Newcastle, so that's great to see. But yeah, if you had another Italian there, it'd be better, wouldn't it, than Alan Ghana, pasta together and everything else, bit of Peroni, whatever. Moretti drinks Moretti, doesn't he? Eats spaghetti. So Tonali, Buongiorno, what an Italian dream duo that would be. I really would. I'll bring in Chiesa. I'll bring in all three, to be fair. Let's get them in, Italian Mafia. I'll for it. Yeah, I want to see Buongiorno. He's a great player. Again, there's that thing, though, because he's a left-sided centre-back. Now, he can't play with both feet, but he is predominantly on that left-hand side, which we know we have an abundance of players there. Once Botman and Lascelles is back, already got Byrne, now we've got Lloyd Kelly. So yeah, we obviously want to focus on that right-hand side a bit more, Fabian Schär's replacement. But the club and others might be looking at Buongiorno and just thinking, well, actually, it's a decent deal, that small bit of business. He's primes ahead of him, great player. Let's see if we can bring him in. Wait and see. Let us know in the comments. Tonali, speaking of him, apparently he's injured. Wouldn't that be typical? Sandro Tonali, apparently injured. I'd love to know how. Bloke hasn't kicked a football in 8-10 months. That sums up our injury crisis. That sums up our luck and curse as a club. That you start signing him for £55 million, gets ruled out for a year due to a betting problem, gets suspended for all that time, not even ready to come back because he probably fell down the stairs. Oh, you know what I mean? Torn his bicep in the gym. Too many curls. What's going on? How can he possibly... Oh, it's just that bad look, man. I'm thinking it's a bit of an overreaction. I think, you know, people are just driving it a bit for clickbait and drama and everything and attention, because I don't think his injury will be that bad. Yes, he might be injured, but is it going to keep him out past his date that he's due to return anyways? You know, the 31st of August against Spurs? Probably not. So I wouldn't read too much into it. I doubt it's a big deal. I'm really hoping not. Anyways, right, I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine, people. I hope you do too. Have a great weekend. Drop your comments in the video as well, please. Give it a like, subscribe, and enjoy yourself.